Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Jamie back for another Battlefield 3 commentary. I want to talk a little bit about the addition of the rent-a-server or private servers that were added to PS3 and Xbox in the recent patch that was released. I'm sure everybody's had the opportunity to play on them by now, and everybody has their own opinions of it, so I just wanted to weigh in on what my thoughts were. I mean, going into it, I never played on a private server before, because unfortunately I don't game on PC, but you know, there's some pros and cons to it. I just wanted to get into it a little bit and just talk about my thoughts and opinions of it. Now, depending on how long you want a private server, they'll range in price anywhere from basically a couple bucks all the way up to 65. That depends how long you like to have them for. Now, from the PC side of things, I've heard just as many good things about private servers as I've heard about bad things. I mean, I've heard so many stories about 1,000 ticket servers and blah 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 blah, about this not being allowed, that not being allowed, so a little bit hesitant to actually go buy a server for 90 days, which if you're going to buy one, make sure you check it out before you actually take the plunge and spend that kind of money. But, you know, who wants to play a game of Conquest that lasts an hour and 36 minutes long? I mean, I got into one the other night on Nosehair that basically took an hour and 35 minutes. There was instant vehicle respawn. So it was our team, the infantry, against basically their vehicles for an hour and a half. Now, I don't like getting in games and quitting out, so I basically stuck around for the whole game. And again, it was an hour and 35 minutes long. And by the time the game was over, I needed to piss that bad. It was ridiculous. I mean, I said, you know, if this is what all private servers are about, then I'm not so sure that I want one. So at that point, I decided to pick one up. I basically wanted to pick one up for a week before I took the plunge of getting one permanently. So that's what I did. I picked one up for a week. Again, it cost me about $7, and I must say I have played on it quite a bit. You know, I don't get a chance to game every single night because I do have a real life, and of course I am a parent, and I do have a job. So I mean, that's got to take priority over gaming, those sorts of things. But I will tell you, I've had nothing but good experiences on my own server, and you know, you get a chance to get players that you want in there. If somebody's acting like a douchebag, you can kick them out. And I am mostly a Conquest player, and when I play Conquest, I like to win. And this particular match right here was a game that we did play on our server, and I knew quite a few players on the other team, which for me makes it all the more interesting. I mean, who in all reality wants to lose to their friends and or get shot by them and or let them get your tags? Nobody, as far as I'm concerned. So we were playing this game. I was in conversation with a lot of people on my side on Skype, and I knew a lot of the other players on their team, and they're really, really good at what they do. This was a pretty epic game. It lasted about 30 minutes or so, and it was just non-stop action the whole game, and I think that's what private servers can do for you. You can, you know, get the players in there that you want and nobody that you don't. Not to say that, you know, all random players mess up your game, but sometimes you get a player in your game that is just doing nothing, only camping back at the base, whatever, that you don't particularly want in the game, and those things for me I find relatively annoying. So a private server, you can kind of eliminate that. And of course, this guy, I forgot that there was no sunroof in this vehicle, so I tried to defib his ass there, but you know, didn't work. And of course, when you're playing with your friends or people that you know on the other team, the level of competition, I find, goes up a couple notches, and you get into these really, really tight games, and you know, everybody's into the game, including your squad. There's no BS going on. It's just everybody wants to win. Everybody's playing the objective the right way, and it just makes for me a better gaming environment, and that's the experience that I've had so far. You know, you come home from work Friday evening, and the first thing you do, you iron out your try-hard pants, because you know when you jump online you're going to have some really, really tight games, and I enjoy that aspect. When I'm playing Battlefield, I like for the games to be very, very close, and the action, I like it on the go all the time. So I just find the private server has better games in that regard. Another really cool point about a private server is because Battlefield does not have a battle recorder or anything of that nature, a private server allows you to jump in and, you know, put a password on your server and get a couple of your buddies in there to work on some game strategies, work on some weapon attachments. I did a video on my channel a little while ago about, you know, what happened to my G36, because that was my go-to weapon. You know, how the attachments were working, and that gives you a really, really good tool that I like for people who make videos can use just for, you know, learning how to fly a vehicle, or, you know, just trying new things on your tanks, and again, strategies with your team. And that was a really good med pack. I don't know if you noticed that, but I got 1,300 points. Those are some damn good band-aids right there. But just the whole private server thing for me adds a new dynamic to this game, which I think is just great, and I am certainly going to invest in one and have it long term. And when I do set up a server, you will not find many 1200 ticket count games on there, because I think that's a bit long. I mean, I do really enjoy Battlefield 3, but playing one game for an hour and a half and having to wear a diaper to do it has no interest of mine. So basically, when I do set up a server, I might tweak the ticket count, maybe up to 500 or 600 or something like that. When I do have a server set up, I'll certainly do a video, let everybody know that it is done, because I really enjoy when I start playing Battlefield. I know the games are going to be tight right from the get-go. I mean, beating a team by 150 tickets or something like that, I mean, I don't find that enjoyable at all. I actually find it gets a little bit boring after a while. I mean, this game was a half hour long. It was really intense from the start, because we knew the other team was going to have their try-hard pants on. So, of course, we got ours on, and we actually did end up losing this match. But I will take a match like this any single day over the ones that I mentioned before. I mean, I find them to get very boring very quick. There's no competition in it, and you always get a bunch of random people sitting at the back of the map doing whatever, and I just find it, these games that are on your private servers tend to be a lot more competitive in nature, and that is my opinion. So to wrap it up, I'd like to thank EA and DICE for adding private servers to the consoles. I think it's a great addition. If you haven't checked it out yet, why not grab a couple bucks, stick on your PSN account or Xbox Live account and check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a comment if you liked it and rate the video. And if you haven't checked out my channel, please do so. Thanks everybody, and we'll chat real soon.